Ooh.
Is it over there?
I think
Satnam.
so.
Ah,
Yes.
there it is.
I'll just check the sound.
Okay. There
Yep.
we go. All right. Awesome.
We've got it. So, hi. You want to talk while I just look at these, just get down to the old comments?
Hello, hello. I want to talk while she gets down to the comments.
Day 3.
Yes, it is day 3.
We literally just opened our eyes 1 minute ago.
Yes.
And this time, as you can see, we're at home. So, day 3, we get to be at home. I need some water. Would you like some water?
I hadn't thought about it.
So, day 3 at home, very different to being out in the park and downtown Petaluma where we've been the last 2 days, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
How was that for you?
Well, I had more activity in my brain today, like all these things coming in and out and in and out, and I don't think it wanted to stop. So, and then things around, they come back in, they go back out. So, it seemed to be more activity inside than when we did the meditation outside.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I wondered if that was because here it's so quiet. So there was one point where there was no breeze, so not even the wind chimes were going. All I could hear was the hum of the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. It's the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday and the day before when we were out, there was constant activity. So it was almost like I felt like a lot of the power, like your brain power, your mind power, is in kind of you're not doing anything, but in deflecting that, there's energy being used.
Mm-hmm.
And then sitting here, that energy wasn't needed to be used, so it was right in there. It was all like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm right here, I'm present. And so in the beginning, I was all like, I was having conversations, and I was like, oh yeah, we could do that. That would be the opt-in gift. That would be a great opt-in gift. Oh, I like that. And then the idea of being able to kind of have the conversation, because we say, let me think about that, or think about that. But when do we have time to think about those things? Because we carry on doing our things, and then we say to our mind, you think about this, but you're busy doing things. So actually sitting, and not just sitting, but because there's a time limit, for the first, I would imagine 40 minutes, I was fine. And the last 20 minutes, I wanted every excuse to get out. My body wanted, my shoulders were like, I'm aching. Well, what do you mean you're aching? You're just sitting there. Because my shoulders were like, I need to move, I'm aching. And I'm like, but you're just sitting there. And then my feet wanted to move. And I realized that my body was just creating kind of reasons for me to move. How long? How long? How much longer? And I was like, oh my God, I've got this obsession with how much longer. We don't know how much longer, right? That's the thing. I mean, in an hour meditation, you could look and say you've got this, or in a spin class, you've got this much longer. But in reality, we don't know how much longer. And so that was, I was sitting with, the last 20 minutes was more that. And I think the last few minutes, I was like, come on, where's the timer?
Interesting.
But it doesn't matter, because that's the thing, is each day it's what it is.
Yeah,
right?
it is what it is.
What was interesting too was in the beginning I did all these things, and then I think about halfway I went back to kind of check in on them. They dissolved. Like they weren't there anymore. I'd had the whole, it was as if, so that thinking about things, what I'm meaning about that is that if you've got all this stuff going on, you've got this you're thinking about, and there's this thing you're thinking about, and this, you've got all these little bubbles going on around us, right, as we walk around our day, and they're all just, and you're doing your thing. And so often, like children, they get given something to occupy them for now, but they're not fully taken care of, and so they come back, but oftentimes at an inopportune moment, and so you don't really get to deal with them again, and then you send them off again. Whereas when you sit for an hour, even when I wanted to get out, I couldn't, because I'd said I was sitting for an hour. I didn't need to look at the time because the timer was set, so it's going to go off no matter how long I think it is, or whether so and so you get to sit with it. So kind of like that. That's, you get to sit and drop into it, which is why we called it the sit and drop, because it's sitting and dropping into whatever is, and then sitting and dropping wherever you are. And so we've done it at home, we've done it in downtown, and tomorrow we've got to do it in downtown too, because we've got an appointment at 10:30. So we will be scooting again to find a spot to sit and drop, and then come live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very different depending on where you are. So things can be different because you're always different, right?
Our environment affects us.
Right, absolutely. So, that's interesting because it's more quiet here, but then there's more activity in my head today. And then I was thinking like in programming we have like LIFO and FIFO, first in, first out, or last in, first out. And last thing I was doing before the meditation was I was watching a Subaru video on how to check the heads, how to change the head gaskets, and do I need to remove the engine out of the car to do that, right? And so that kept coming back in, like, oh yeah, I could do that. I wonder if I could just leave the engine in the car. Oh no! And then I threw a little mantra in there so I could like get that out of the way. And I was like, oh, this mantra is kind of working like a roadblock. But the mantra's not supposed to be a roadblock. You want stuff to come in and out. And so it's like, oh, the mantra's blocking. Oh, take that out. And then then things come back in. It's like, oh, this is interesting. So you have all these thoughts. It's kind of funny, really.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And that's the thing is, when I actually just did a Facebook Live this morning, actually it was sideways, kind of funny.
You were sideways.
I was sideways. But anyway, I did a Facebook Live about that very topic of having space to think about things. So we need time and space. And so often when we get time, we fill it up. Or we get space in our calendar, we fill it up. And we can't have these thoughts like, oh, maybe if I... yeah. Like, and I had the one about the 7 steps to personal power as being a really good opt-in, because it's where we start, right? That's stepping into our power. And so we don't have space. We don't give ourselves space. We think it's okay. It's acceptable to work out. I was thinking about this. I was like, in my head was body, mind, soul, or spirit, whatever you want to call it. And if we start to get into ourselves, then the entry gate, the gateway is body, right? The gateway is body, generally something, and you start to get into your body. And then once you realize you're in your body, you realize that in order to do anything in your body, you need your mind on board, right? And then once you get your mind on board, you realize, oh, it's okay, this is good. I've got my mind a little more on track. My body's feeling a little better, but there's still something. And you realize that's your soul calling. And so all of these things need to be tended to. And we, spend 40 hours working. We spend our 8 hours sleeping, probably 5 or 6 now. We spend our 1 hour working out. If we're in the body thing, you've got your 1 hour workout, because that's the magic hour. That's the magic number, right? If you need to work out, whether you need to do yoga, whether you need to do step, whether you're doing spin, whatever it is, 1 hour. That 1 hour. Because that's what we've been told, right? But then when it comes to meditating or sitting down, I don't even want to call it meditating, because that word is so loaded that there's all these feelings of, am I doing it right? And that would be interesting. Do you have, I imagine, I'm going to ask you, do you have any feelings of, am I doing this right?
No, well, yeah, once, I was like, well, yeah, all this activity shouldn't be happening, so something might be wrong here, so maybe I need to do something to straighten it out. So yeah, you do have that. So you're trying to correct something that shouldn't be corrected. It just should be allow it to happen.
Well, I think one of the interesting things is if in 3 hours, and 3 hours of meditation or sitting is a substantial amount of time when you consider that you can do as little as 3 minutes and have an effect. So if in 3 hours of meditation, once you've thought about maybe you're doing it wrong, that's fantastic. Because so often when people start to sit and meditate, the thing that they're most consumed with is, I'm not doing it right. And so it stops you from sitting down, and then when you do sit down, it stops you from sitting and dropping in, because you're so worried, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? And then I shouldn't be thinking about, am I doing it right? Now I'm wrong about being wrong, and it just keeps going. So the beautiful thing about the sit and drop is No rules. Well, 3 rules. You get yourself and you sit wherever you are. You close your eyes and you put on an alarm. It's actually better to put on the alarm before you close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
easier.
The alarm should be first, I guess.
Yeah, sit down, set an alarm, close your eyes, and wait for the alarm, and that's that. That's it. And then the next day you go and do the same thing, and the next, and the next, and the next. And who knows what will unfold. But we're into day 3 of 40 days. Day 3. 40 days. So another 37.
40 days.
40 days! Are you crazy?
Seems so far out into the future, doesn't it?
It does, but all we have is today and
But
today.
all you have is, if you're looking at it, just you have today, then it's easy.
And now today we've got our little our favourite 3-word mantra. I did it! You're a goofball. So how about you? What have you done today, or what will you do today, so that you can take your I did it mantra with you? We'll do that together. It's a little timing. Did it! We can't make it all better. We can't work it all out. We don't know what's going to happen. Life is uncertain. That is what we do know. So the certainty is life is uncertain. And as soon as we think we know what's going on, chances are we're going to find out. We don't have no frigging clue. So in the meantime, what we can do is what we can do with what we have, and do the best we can with what we have. We've decided we're going to sit and drop at 11:11 every day for the next 40 days, come hell or high water. Wherever we are doing it, and we're coming live to you at 12:12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Hell or high water.
Do you not know that one?
I do. It's an interesting one when you think about it.
Growing up, come hell or high water, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, that's almost like that. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Why would you want to do that? Man. Okay.
Oh, right. Well off topic there.
Way off. But
No
we'll
topics.
be back.
We will be back.
Tomorrow.
At what time?
11:11.
No.
Oh, no. We're doing the meditation 11:11. We'll see you at 12:12. Right?
Yeah.
On time. Because if you can't be late, you got time.
On
12:12.
12:12. And join us if you want to. Join us in the meditation. Join us at 11:11 our time, or join us at 11:11 your time. Do 5 minutes. Do an hour. Do whatever you can. Every little bit that you do is a lot better than any little bit that you don't do. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Every little bit counts.
Well, I'm going to go have breakfast now.
Come hell or high water.
I'm not as green as cabbage looking.
Ah! Oh, that's a good one.
It took him quite a while to get that one.
That was still bizarre. I'm not as green as cabbage looking. What?
I think it makes a lot of sense, but then I grew up with it, so these things amuse him. Well,
people were probably meditating when they thought of that. Like,
so we will see you tomorrow. This Anshiv.
Smash.
We're part of the feelbetterlife.com.
Better.
Feel better. You want to
Feel
feel
better.
better? Because if you talk like that over here, they understand your T's. But if you say feel better, they say what?
Butter.
It's like water.
Can I have some butter?
Water?
Water?
Water? Water?
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Sat
Love
down.
you.